This is not the usual place to test an electric bike, but today this racetrack is completely empty. Perfect condition to test the Engwe L20 3.0 Pro.
Hello and welcome to my channel. In today's video I'm testing all new Engwe L20 3.0 Pro, an electric bike with mid-drive motor and torque sensor.
Why am I here and not in the park, forest or public road? The reason is simple. Almost nobody tests electric bikes on the racetrack, and the empty racetrack is a perfect place to see how the bike behaves at higher speed. The Engwe L20 3.0 Pro is a sister model to the L20 3.0 Boost. The main difference is that the version uses a mid-drive motor mounted in the central of the bike, not in the rear wheel. This model also does not have the boost button, but I will explain you that in the moment. First of all, I have to say that the L20 3.0 Pro is one of the easiest electric bikes to ride that I have tested. In many situations, the electric assist is not even necessary. The frame design, narrow tires and the low weight makes this bike feel very light. A bit over 70 miles, but the worst part of the hill is just ahead. Can lose traction? You are pedaling without motor support. Another big advantage is the torque sensor. In my opinion, it works better than in many other Engwe models I have tested so far. If you don't know how the torque sensor works, let me explain quickly. In bikes with a cadence sensor, it doesn't matter how hard you push the pedals. Once you start pedaling, the bike gives the same level of electric assist based on the selected PAS level. The torque sensor works differently. The motor reacts to how much force you apply to the pedals. Let me show you the example while starting on the hill. When I push harder on the pedal, the bike automatically gives me more electric power. This makes starting uphill much easier. If I start on flat ground and use less force, the motor will give me less assistance. That is why with the torque sensor it is the best to start riding in the first assist level. Higher levels mainly helps when you're riding faster, not when starting from a stop. Looking at the equipment, the bike has hydraulic brakes, disc, Shimano gears with a 7-speed, all through I think 8 or 9 would be even better, front and rear suspension, and 720 Wh battery. I'm 193 cm tall, and this is how the bike looks with me standing next to it and sitting on. The wheels could be a bit bigger, but for daily riding it's still comfortable even for my height. Like most electric bikes in Europe, the speed is limited to 25 km per hour, that means 15.5 miles per hour. After reaching that speed, the electric assistance stops. Of course, when you're going downhill, you can ride faster, but then you are pedaling without motor support. At higher speed, you can also feel that the one more gear would be useful. But is this bike only good on roads like this racetrack or public road? Not exactly. This model does not use fat tire. It can ride on the grass or light terrain without any problem, but mud, rocks and very slippery surface are not ideal. This is not the off-road version of the L20 that I tested early. That model is much better for rough terrain. On wet grass, the rear wheel can lose traction and braking can become less stable, as you can see right now. Now is the time for another test. In front of me is my test hill, and this is where I tested the power of every electric bike on my channel. So far, the only L20 3.0 Boost passed this test hill without any real effort from me. Let's see how this bike performance. The first part is very easy. The bike works very smoothly. The second part seems to be a little bit harder, but the worst part of the hill is just ahead. And this is where I started to feel that my legs have to do more work. At this moment, the boost button would definitely help. I made it to the top, but the last few meters were a real challenge. So, who is this bike for? In my opinion, this is the perfect bike for daily riding, going to work, small shopping, trips, or simply enjoying a ride. It is light, easy to handle, powerful enough, and the torque sensor works very well. During my test, the temperature was about 6 degrees Celsius. That day I rode about 25 kilometers, that means a little bit over 15 miles, and I used 167 watt-hours of energy. This means that in those conditions, the realistic range could be around 120 kilometers, a little bit over 70 miles. With a smoother riding and the warm temperature, the range could be even higher. I'm waiting for your opinion about this bike, about my review. As usual, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, take care of yourself, and if you are interested to buy any electric bike from Engwe, please use my discount code which is below this video.